this video, we're going to show you how to inflate the 12-foot battle boat with Rover Marine. So as you see right here, we have the boat wrapped up in the bag, our 2 seats, and the paddles. Let's just unbag this boat and start inflating the process here. We make the bag so that it fully inflates and opens up on all sides, so that way the boat sits on top of the bag, not in the bag. Makes it way easier to get it back in its cover. Really simple. We're just going to unroll this bad boy out. And we figured today we'll just do the 12-foot boat as it's our biggest boat. Unfold the tubes. So what I like to do is the process is we're going to inflate the tubes to about 1 PSI. They go all the way to about 3.5 PSI, but we just want to put a little bit of air in the tubes for structure. And then what we're going to want to do is put all the air in the floor for rigidity here. 12-foot boat, as well as a 10 and 8-foot, is a 3-chamber tube. It doesn't matter which one you start with. You're just going to want to make sure your valves are now on the up position, not on the off position. I set the pump to about 3.5 PSI. And now what we're going to do is start the inflation process. So as you see, I'm just getting a little bit of air in one of the first chambers. Again, it's a 3-chamber tube, 1-chamber floor, and then 1-chamber hull. And what I like to do is get a little bit of air in all the tubes first. Stop. I want to get the floor all the way up to about 10 PSI. I don't want to do the hull until the very end. That works for me. So every time I'm inserting the hose into the inflation, I'm checking the valve to make sure that the valve pin is up. Therefore, air will go into the boat without escaping out. The one-way valves are so much easier now. It's probably no more than maybe 30 seconds of air to get this generic shape. It went from looking like this blob now into the shape of a boat here slowly. And then from there, this is when we're going to jump into the floor and inflate that VT flooring all the way to about 7 to 10 PSI. If you're in really hot conditions, hit it at about 7 PSI to allow fluctuation. And if you're in more of a cooler environment, then the 10 PSI will do really well. All right, perfect. We'll just take the dust cap off, and then it's real simple. It's on the valve. Valve pin up to inflate. Yep, it's good. So at this moment, what I'll do, now I'm inflating the floor. The pump's going to start getting a little loud. So right now it's on stage 1, sounds relatively quiet, and it'll kick into stage 2, which sounds a little bit like a motorcycle. But what I'll do prior to that's happening, I'll grab these D-rings and maneuver the floor so that it hits the transom. That pump is going to oscillate. It's going to feel a little bit of pressure and kick into stage 2, and then go back into stage 1. Until that floor gets really pressurized, it'll start kicking back on. So it's going to be doing that here for probably the next minute or 2. During this process, let me remind you, let's get the seats installed now. It's way easier to do that. Another quick reminder, the floor is 10 PSI, not 3 PSI. So we got to add a little bit more to that. So we got the floor inflated. The tubes have a little bit of air. So for displacement, we've preset the setting on where these seats need to be at. This will optimize the ride, whether you have a few people on the boat, 1 or 2 people, or 4 people on the boat. So with our hook system here, you'll just hook in side 1, hook in side 2, side 3, side 4. Yep, everything looks good there. Now what we're going to do is get the tubes ready to go so we can just jump out in the water. We are almost there. Now the third, and what you think would be the last chamber outside of the floor, but for the tubes, it is the last chamber. At this moment, when that last chamber of the tube is getting inflated, is when I like to get my paddles nice and set up. I'm just going to unscrew the row system. Tubes, floor are ready to go, and install my paddles, and then we'll show you how to inflate the hull on the boat to get that optimal performance, and we're ready to get the water. The last chamber we have is a really small bladder that will inflate the hull. This will start changing the shape of the boat very quickly, and let's just get right into it. Just remove that, push the pin up. There we have it. The 12-foot battle boat is ready for battle. This boat is ready to go, fully inflated. And oh, let's check on the time here. 14 minutes. Again, I had a couple little snags on the way. We kept the camera rolling here, but the average time to inflate a battle boat, especially the 12-footer, is about 15 minutes is what we like to say. You will get that time down to about a 12-minute